we're joined by Hikaru. Irina has disappeared for a second, but I'm sure she'll be back. Hikaru, an interesting game against Ding Liren, which ended in a draw. Irina is the one who has control over the mouse, so we'll just wait for her to come back to go over the game. But what are your first thoughts after what was an intense draw?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty straightforward. My opponent played really, really well. I mean, I think certainly it seemed a little bit scary, a little bit dangerous, but at the end of the day, he found a lot of good moves. It was already sort of original position, I think, around move 13 or 14. I found this A4 rook A3 idea. But he played the best moves. I mean, not much else needs to be said. I mean, he just found every top move essentially, which is why I also kept moving instantly, because I had looked at this before the game. And there was probably never anything. I mean, the first new move for me was when he played this move, bishop takes b5 and knight g5, which probably isn't the best way to play it, but it's still good enough. So it's just very, very solid play by Ding.
Were you surprised that he found all the moves, or is that just the way the life works and sometimes the way these things goes?
I mean, that's pretty much how life works. Generally, for the most part, you come with a great idea in preparation. You hope your opponent plays something that isn't the best move. And I mean, I thought the first couple moves were not crazy that Ding found, but to find like bishop f5 and then rook d8 c5, and even to take on c5 and then not play c6, which is another slight mistake, instead of bishop takes b5. I mean, it was very it was disappointing.
On c6, what were you planning on over here?
I mean, there are a couple of possibilities, but I think rook takes e4 is one of the most interesting ones. Rook takes e4 takes, and knight d6 was like queen h5 and rook g3. And I mean, I think black is probably still okay, but it's very, very tricky.
Yeah, we saw that, and we definitely liked that line for whites, but unfortunately, he played very solid. I mean, c5 is the best move, of course, but bishop takes b5 and knight g5 is also just extremely practical, because the problem is after knight g5, I can maybe take on g5 and go queen d4, but after queen c1, king h2, queen c4, I mean, this is going to be a draw when all is said and done. I'll probably be up a pawn somehow, but with perfect play, this will be a draw. So, I mean, maybe that's a little bit better objectively, but the thing is, I saw that Nepo was doing really well. I thought he was going to win his game, so I figured, okay, I'm just gonna go with this, even though it looked kind of scary what I did. I figured, I mean, either I'm going to win or I'm going to lose, and so I played this whole rook a5. Actually, the position when I thought for like 30 minutes before rook g3, that's where I was really trying to figure out what to do, because I didn't want to play this whole rook g3 idea there, but I didn't see anything better. I didn't see a way that it was losing, so I thought, okay, whatever. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I had to go for it, considering the tournament situation. So, Hikaru, did you think about rook g3 here? What did you not like about that one?
Yeah, but rook g3, I thought he can play knight e4. That's one move, not the only one, but knight e4 is one of the moves, and I wasn't sure what I'm doing. Yeah, rook d3, and now I can go knight c5, and we get a similar version. I mean, there's also this too. But even this, I don't think is anything special after knight e6. That's the problem. I mean, I think there's going to be some simplification on the d file or the b file, and it's still just a draw probably with perfect play. So, I mean, that's why I didn't do it, because at least I thought when I took on a5 and went back, at least it looks like I have some kind of attack. I mean, Ding was very accurate with queen c5 even. D3 was good.
Yeah, we were kind of nervous for your position after queen c5. Did you get scared at all, like, by the potential of like this pawn and like the strength of black's central play?
I mean, but the thing is, at this point, I saw it was happening in the other game, so I kind of have to just do it and hope that it's okay. That's kind of the thing. It's like I was thinking about it, and it's like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to do it, and if somehow what I did doesn't work, so be it. But I felt like I had to try, and if I lose, I lose. But at least it looks scary for both sides.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we were definitely happy by the time you got to this position, because we felt like, your practical chances were just fine here, and you got a lot of play. So.
Right. I mean, I could have tried queen h6 also. I don't know. I mean, queen h6 is the other one, which maybe is bad, but I wasn't. Again, when I saw this bishop h6, and I knew I always had bishop takes g7 in my back pocket, I kind of thought it had to be okay.
Yeah, and right here, Hikaru, we had one of your fans who was insisting that you had to checkmate in 5. Do you want to put your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were so sure that this was a checkmate.
But
Yeah,
unfortunately,
it's just queen
it's
takes
not.
e5. Yeah.
Yeah, you saw that one.
No,
Okay.
but I mean, it's very unlucky actually to show you a line that's very similar to this. It's very unfortunate that f4 doesn't work here because after f4,
Mhm.
queen c2.
Yep.
And if I play f5 here, it's very unfortunate that after rook takes e5, rook g7 doesn't work because after knight g7, I mean, after knight g7,
Yeah. Yeah.
queen g5, there's
Yep.
rook e1 check, and then queen c3, and then if I go f6, he has queen e5 check. I mean, it's very unfortunate that this doesn't work. Queen c3,
Yes,
f6,
yes,
queen e5, yeah.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, so you know, the person who said that they're not crazy,
Oh
but
yeah. But you know, Hikaru,
but-
we actually looked at this line. I really wanted to make this, I mean, this f4 and f5 work. And then I was like trying to figure this out. And then we saw that the engine was like giving this as wait, what was the position after here? After
rook
bishop
g7.
Oh yeah, we started with bishop g7.
Yeah,
That
but then
was-
queen d1 and I resigned.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Here that was that. But you're saying that there was also rook g7 here. So
Yeah, but it doesn't work, unfortunately.
but that's a nice way to try it. Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, it's a good way to lose, obviously, but sometimes it's better to not just lose.
yeah, well, we agree
So-
with you on that. So there was this kind of queen trade line. Okay, that's quite key.
Hikaru,
Yeah, I mean, so it's very unfortunate that f4 doesn't work. But the problem is after f4 queen c2, if I don't have f5, he's going to go queen h7. I'm going to have to resign anyway. So yeah, it's kind of like I had no choice but to take on g7.
Yeah, that's a really cool line.
Yeah,
I have to
yeah, it's
say.
very unfortunate, very very unfortunate that it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Hikaru, you seem in
But-
high spirits after what you said. You know, this is just sometimes the way life goes. Ding just found all the moves. We're almost at the halfway mark of the tournament. Tomorrow is the rest day. How are you feeling? How are things in Madrid?
I mean, I feel pretty good. Obviously, yesterday was disappointing, but you know, at the end of the day, you can only focus on your individual games. I mean, I assume Jan won. I'm not sure, but and I think it looked to me like Fabiano was winning as well. So you know, if those guys are just going to win their games, there's nothing I can really do about that objectively. But I feel like I've been playing pretty well. And you know, today was just bad luck. Really, Ding played well. He found all the best moves. And if your opponent's going to find the best moves, there isn't really anything you can be unhappy about objectively. So I'm not really that disappointed by today's game. But you know, there's still 8 more rounds to go. Still a long way to go. So maybe I'll catch a break. Maybe someone will overpress. I mean, for example, today you see Ali Reza kind of losing his mind against Fabiano, trying really hard to get back into the running
And
and
maybe we can play that
overpressing.
up for just a second.
Yeah, we see the current
Yeah.
position right here, Fiona.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's okay somehow for Ali Reza, but the thing is, like, as it gets deeper and deeper in the event, you start needing to press at certain points, and like we're seeing it today. I mean, Ali Reza, I think he's probably going to survive this game and make a draw, but again, when people start winning, there's some decisive results. The pressure starts building with both colors, and you start to see people taking more risks. And you know, you never know what can happen with 8 rounds to go.
What did you say? You said who's going to survive?
I think Ali Reza will probably save this game somehow.
No, actually,
but
this isn't the current position. So if we
It's
update,
not? Oh, maybe we got, okay, one
yeah.
second. Yeah, we have a few more moves. So
I don't
just-
think he's going to. Doesn't look like he's going to.
Oh, yeah,
survive
we
right
got-
now.
oh no, oh wait, oh
No.
that's not the. Oh, never mind. I thought that was the position. Oh, if that's not
Oh,
the position.
yeah, sorry about that. That must have been something we were looking at. Okay.
Oh well, then yeah. I mean, isn't this just game? Oh, this is just Queen D1. Queen D1, and you resign.
Yeah. Oops.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you have the position with the pawns on G3 and H4, so I'm like, okay, it's like maybe something, but yeah, this of course is
Yeah.
just. I mean, B5 and you just resign. Yeah. Okay. Never
Yeah.
mind. So. Yeah, I mean, but this is the thing. Like Ali Reza today, very clearly he needs to get some wins. I mean, he's in an even worse situation than I am, and starts pressing really hard. And he's going to lose this game most likely, and that's what happens when things start getting very very difficult. You have to put some points on the board. You start taking more risks, and that's what it is.
Mhm.
But yeah,
to
this
ask
is just
you-
over. This is just
Yeah,
over completely.
This one looks gone. I need to ask you the age-old question. Of course, tomorrow is a rest day. What are your plans?
No plans. My stepfather's around, so probably just relax. It's not
not looking great for the overall tournament, but you just kind of, take it one game at a time, keep playing. Maybe good things will happen. You never really know. I mean, I think I just look at the candidates and you see someone like Levon. I feel like he's been leading or at the top more than like 2/3 of the way through, and very weird things have happened. So, you never know. It's a very long event, and if I can just pick up a win here or there, maybe I'll have a chance. But I'm not too worried right now.
For sure, as you say, still 8 rounds to go. Hikaru, thank you so much. I don't know if Irina has another question.
And Fabiano won just now, so yeah, it's
yeah, it was a good day for your rivals, Hikaru, but that's just something that's out of your control, right? So you got to play.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing is that within the game, sometimes you try to take more risks. I mean, as we get to this point, I mean, now there definitely are players in bad shape. They're trying to win the event. In terms of like myself, Duda, and Richard specifically, because I think we're the 3 players. Actually, sorry, Duda lost. He's on -1, but like I think Richard and I are the only 2 people then who are still on an even score. And we're what, like 1 or 1.5 behind Fabiano and everybody else. So
Hikaru, can we ask your opinion, on this one really interesting moment from the game between Radjabov and Report? So I don't know if you noticed like what was going on there, maybe not, but like they had this kind of end game where Radjabov, he was down a couple of pawns. He started to threaten to get in the rook. And in this moment, it was a key moment. Now he had like less than 5 minutes, but he only needed like 2 moves to the time control. Like, would you just like play this move instantly, or would you like, if you had 5 minutes to make like, I don't know, 2 moves, would you like stop and think about this position here?
Is there some reason Bishop H2 isn't just winning?
Nope.
No, there's no reason. It's not, right? He could have just moved the bishop and they basically.
No, but I mean, isn't Bishop H2 just winning?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Seems to be, because I don't know, it's like very hard to save this bishop.
And basically, Timo had almost 5 minutes on the clock and played rook f7 almost instantly.
Yeah, it's a little surprising, right? Like, I mean, you do have the feeling that maybe White has something here, right? That it's worth thinking about.
Okay, yeah, that's weird. I mean, I guess I'm not one to talk after what happened yesterday on one hand, but I think I've said this on my stream many times, and I think many people, for whatever reason, kind of disregard what I've said. But I mean, I've said before that the Canada's tournament is the one tournament where people tend to play a lot worse than they normally would. There are a lot of insane blunders by everybody. Richard, I think he didn't win a +9 position against Ali Reza like round 2. Now Timur misses a 1-move win here. So there are a lot of weird things happen to candidates. So I mean, you can't be too critical, I guess, but it is pretty shocking because Bishop H2. I mean, I don't even understand. I mean, I guess that he must not have seen like that after C5, Rook F7, Rook B4, you just go Rook C7 and win the game. I'm actually kind of puzzled.
You think maybe
I'm really puzzled. I don't even understand what he missed. He must have just not seen that he Rook C7.
Right? Yeah, well, the question is exactly
C7.
what he's missing here. Yeah, and he just takes the bishop. Yeah.
Yeah. Very, 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 very weird.
Yeah, because it's just when you have a bishop like that, you really want to use it, right? That's what makes that move strange, that you're really giving up like your beautiful bishop.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he must not have seen that after A5 or C5. He just goes Rook C7 check.
Well, what about this? Maybe he missed that on this move, like that he has Rook A8. Do you think that's like a likely possibility?
No, but come on. I mean, this is like basic.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, this is basic.
Yeah. Well,
he missed something
basic. He missed something basic here. So,
but like I said, I mean, everybody has made some very weird decisions for the most part. But yeah, very, very, very weird.
I mean,
very
that's
weird.
just the candidates. And as you say, there might be some opportunities coming along. The tournament is still long, 8 rounds to go. So Hikaru, thank you so much for dropping by. Enjoy the rest day tomorrow and best of luck. For the
Absolutely. And I'll obviously do a recap for everybody as well, for those who are wondering.
Yeah, enjoy your rest day, Hikaru, and we'll see you in a couple of days. All the best for that next part of the tournament.
All right. I'll see you guys.
Cheers. Bye.